Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Sonku's Journal, and today I am going to show you the question paper of Civil Service Main Optional Botany paper 1 of 2020. So as you can see, you have to do total 5 questions. 1 and 5 are compulsory, and out of the remaining any 3 are to be attempted, choosing at least one for the each section. Okay, so this is section 1. So you have to do this number 1 question with absolution. Okay, the first one is telling is describe the following in about 150 words each. So the first one is, there are 5 options and you have to do all 5 of them. So first option is gram negative and gram positive bacterial cell wall. You can describe the gram positive and gram negative cell wall in a separate portion, like on the first in the gram positive, gram negative, or you can compare them. Second one is the B number is structure and reproduction of lichens. The number C is heterotropous habit of lichen. Okay, the fourth one is elaters and their significance, and the fifth one is draw a well labeled longitudinal section view of structure of the mature sporangium of Anthoceras. Okay, this one is number 1 done. So number 2 have 3 questions. The first one is describe the life cycle of Puccinus graminis treatise with suitable sketches. Marks is 20. Okay, the second one is give an illustrated account of various type of stellar structure in pteridophytes. Okay, the number 3 is describe the lytic and lysogenic cycle of viruses. Okay, these are 15 marks question. And if you look at the first one, you have to do 5 questions from the first one, and every one is 10 10 10 10 10, so 50. This one is first 50. And the number 3 is, you have 3 options also here, so A, B, C. A is write the names of causal organisms, symptoms and control measures of citrus canker and late blight of potato. So you have to do 2. So the one is citrus canker virus and the late blight of potato. So total number is 20, so 10 10. Okay, the B is compare and contrast the spore curve of Marsillia and Salvinia. Okay, so this one is asking for is comparison. Okay, difference. So 15 number 7.5 7.5, you can take that. So C is discuss post fertilization changes with suitable diagram in Polysiphonia. Polysiphonia का post fertilization changes मांग रहा है, यहाँ पे 15 मार्क्स का है. ओके, so this one is question number 4. This one also have 3 options, A, B and C. A is what do you understand by International Code of Botanical Nomenclature? Write its principles. So principle, it one is asking about the International Code of Botanical, ICBN. Okay, write the principles and write a short note first. So 10, so total number is 20, so it can be 10 10 division. Okay, so the B question is briefly explain anomalous structure. Sorry, let me try it from the beginning. This briefly explain anomalous secondary growth in Borevia and Dracena. Okay, is 15 marks. The number C is write applications of microbiology in medicine. This one is 15 marks also. This total is question 1 2 3 4 is of section A. This one is section B. So 5 here is, you can see here the question number 5 also have 5 options, and you have to do all, and the marks is 10 10 10 10, total 50. The A is plant cell, tissue and organ culture. You have to write notes. Okay, describe the following about 150 words, so it's short notes. The B is embryo rescue in angiosperms. C is classification and importance of polyembryony. D is endosperm hysteria. Okay, E is plant as source of perfumery. Okay, you can find this in syllabus. You can make a notes from YouTube, or not YouTube, Wikipedia or somewhere else. You are going to college, you can make short notes of 2 pages. you can prepare. So question number 6 is also having A, B, C options. What are the identifying floral features, floral formula and floral diagram of Malvaceae and Orchidaceae? You have to remember all those things from the families. B is write botanical name and ethnomedical uses of three medicinally important members of each of the Solanaceae and UPSC. So botanical name and ethnomedical use of the family Solanaceae and UPSC. Okay. The 6th is C, write botanical names and family of plants yielding timber, insecticides and edible oil. Scientific name and families of plants yielding timber, insecticide and edible oil. So there is number C. Here also 3 options. Define protoplast, write the method of its isolation and factors affecting their yield and viability. This one is 20 marks. So the previous one is also 20 marks, 15. These are also 5 10 marks questions. So okay, 1 is done. So B1 is describe the developmental male gametophyte in angiosperms with suitable diagram. This one is 15 marks. The C1 is compare and contrast the pattern of embryo development in dicots and monocots with suitable illustration. This one is 15 marks. You can see the 8 one is having 3 questions also, A, B and C. A1 is discuss the primitive features of psychedelis. Why the ginkgo biloba is considered ginkgo that is ginkgo biloba is considered a living fossil. Okay, this one is 20 10 marks. Okay. Define sumacronal variation. How are these produced? Explain its application and in crop improvement. 15 marks. Okay. The last one is C, 8C. You have to write 2 short notes of 15 marks total in 7.5 marks into 2. Somatic hybrid and hybrid with a significance, totipotency and polarity and differentiation. So these are the questions that are being asked in 2020 Botany paper 1. So I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Sonku's Journal. So this is UPSC Botany optional paper 2 for year 2020. So as you have already know, that you have to you have to do this question number 1 and 5 compulsory and any other 3 from any other section and choosing 1 from each section. Okay, so let me go through this section. This one is section A and there are 5 questions in question number 1. So A, B, C, D and E. So the question number 1A is applications of probes in southern blotting. Okay, the B1 is nuclear pore complex and its function. The C is structure and behavior of B chromosome. Okay, D is why are overlapping genes important? Discuss. Describe the chi-square test and its importance in genetic study. So each one is 10 marks, total 50. Okay, the question number 2 have 3 options as well. So A, B, C. A is discuss major steps in signal transduction, 15 marks. Okay, the option B having 2 questions. One is male sterility and polyploidy in plant breeding. The male sterility is having 8 marks and polyploidy in plant breeding is having 7 marks. The C is transgenic technology is a breakthrough in innovation. Justify with example. This one is 20 marks. Transgenic technology is a breakthrough innovation. Justify with examples. Okay, the number 3 question is having 3 options as well. So A, B, C. A is briefly describe 2 theories of chiasma formation. Briefly describe 2 theories of chiasma formation. Discuss whether chiasmata are the cause or consequences of crossing over. 8 plus 7 marks, total 15. B is what is antisense RNA, explains its application and describe the catalytic activity of RNA. 5. So what is antisense RNA, application and describing activities is 5. The number C is does zRNA play a regulatory role? discuss critically, 20 marks. Okay, so this is question number 4 and it is also having 3 options. So first option is explain the mode of biogenesis of peroxisomes and discuss their function, 5 plus 10. B is name the phytogeographical regions of India which are the dominant flora of the region representing the west coast of Indian form of Kanyakumari to Satpura region in Gujarat. So 5 plus 10, 15 marks total. The number C is cell cycle is an ordered series of events leading to the cell replication, discuss. So it is asking cell cycle, 20 marks. So now we are coming to the section B. This one is also the question number 5 is also having 5 options and these are compulsory questions. So 5 is having, first question is climatic fruit and their advantages to fruit growers, 5 plus 5, 10 marks. B is metabolic energy requirement for uptake of sucrose in apoplastic pathway, 10 marks. Cyanide resistant respiratory system in plants, cyanide resistant respiration in plants is 10 marks. Can intellectual property right protect and safeguard farmer rights in and interest? Okay, can intellectual property right protect and safeguard farmers right and interest, 10 marks. Okay, the E is 5th question. This one is what are the cause of an rise in mean atmospheric temperature and will it influence the climate of a region? Yes, it will, and it is having 5 plus 5, 10 marks. Question 6 is also having 3 options. The first one is carboxylation and oxygenation complex are carboxylation and oxygenation complex to decrease the efficiency of photosynthesis, discuss. Okay, this is for photosynthesis. Okay, this one 15 marks having, this one is having 15 marks. The option B is what are drought escapers, discuss different strategies adopted by plants for drought resistance. Okay, this one is option B. And the option C is what is clock hypothesis justify the importance of main photoreceptor and photoperiodic inclusion in photoperiodism. So this is first one is actually photoperiodism, it is asking about is short day plant and long day plant. This one is clock hypothesis, 5 plus 15 marks total, 20. Okay, the 7 is also having 3 options. The first one is how can the 2 layers of thermodynamics can be combined to determine spontaneity of a reaction, also derive a relationship between free energy exchange and equilibrium contrast, 7 plus 8. The B is what is bioremediation, how can plants be used to detoxify the heavy metals containing the industrial effluents, 5 plus 10. C option is what is the importance of fatty acid synthesis complex, discuss the growth of fatty acid chain through priming and elongation phase, 5 plus 15 total, 20. The question number 8 is also having 3 options. So first one is how is solar energy trapped, fixed and transformed in an aquatic food chain. Okay, 5 plus 5 plus 5. The first is how is solar energy trapped, this is 5, fixed is 5 and transformed in a aquatic food chain is also 5. So this is actually asking about what is the aquatic pyramids. Okay, this is aquatic pyramid cycle. Okay, the B is how do microbes help in chemical recycling in nature for the stable community climax. Okay, how do microbes help in chemical recycling in the nature for a stable climax community. Okay, this one is 15 marks. Eco development sequence proceeds for a barren land to a climax and finally end in a desert. Okay, explain critically. I don't know right now what this actually question is asking, so let me read it again. Eco development sequence proceeds from the barren land to a climax and finally to end in a desert. Explain critically. So I can understand from barren land to climax community, but Finally in a desert, I don't actually have this information, I will have to google it. So this one is having 10 plus 10, total 20 marks. So this is all the question that was being asked in, let me tell you, 2020 botany paper 2 in mains. So if you need, you can read it again. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello everyone, this is Shonku, and today I am going to be discussing, this is UPSC main 2021 botany paper 1. As you know, you have to do only question number 1 and 5 is compulsory, and 3 have to be done from any other question, and from each section you have to choose one. So coming to the point, this one is section A, and as you can see, the first one is compulsory and first one is having 5 options. So answer the following in about 150 words. So A is describe the structure and functions of Cyphally and Cephalopodia in lichen. This one is 10 marks. What are prions? How are these different from viroids? How are prion transmitted? Okay, this one total is 10 marks. Explain the structure of sporangiophore and dehiscence of sporangium of Rhizopus. So sporangium and dehiscence of sporangium of Rhizopus. This one is 10 marks. D is having enumerate the merits and demerits of numerical taxonomy. This one is also numerical taxonomy, and this one is also 10 marks. So E is briefly discuss the distribution of gymnosperm in India. This one is also having 10 marks. So option 2 is also 3 options, A, B, C. You have to do all this. Okay, explain conjugation and transformation in bacteria. Write a brief note on their significance. 20 marks. B is explain evolution of sex in algae with suitable examples. This one is also 20 marks. The number C is describe the concept of progymnosperms with the help of suitable examples. Describe the concept of progymnosperm with the help of suitable examples. 10 marks. Option 3 is also having 3 options, A, B, and this one is C. So A is discuss about the names of causal organism, symptoms, disease cycle, and management of loose smart of wheat. What are the difference between rust and smart fungi? Okay. Discuss about the name of causal organism, symptom, disease cycle, and management of loose smart of wheat. What are the significance between rust and smart fungi? This was is 20 marks. Option B is enumerate the salient feature of fossil gymnosperms using suitable examples with special reference to Benitialis and Chordatalis. 20 marks. Option C is give the general characteristic of bryophyte, enlist the resemblance and differences in bryophyte and pteridophyte. So given general characteristic of bryophyte का characteristic बताना है 5 marks, and enlist the resemblance and difference, similarity and dissimilarity between bryophyte and pteridophytes. Total 10 marks, so 5 marks and 5 marks. Option 4 is also having 3 options, A, B, C. A is explain with the help of schematic diagrams haplontic, diplontic, isomorphic, heteromorphic, and triphasic cycle types of life cycle in algae. Give an example of in each. 20 marks. Haplontic, diplontic, isomorphic, heteromorphic, and triphasic life cycle in algae with example and diagram. Okay, 20 marks. Option B is describe stellar diversity in vascular cryptogams along with its evolutionary significance. Okay, importance, same thing. Describe the stellar diversity in vascular cryptogams along with its evolutionary importance. 20 marks. Okay, 20 marks. C is discuss the application of microbes in bioremediation of soil and water. Bioremediation of soil and water, 10 marks. This is option A is done. Option B is section A is done. Section B is also 5. Also the question is 5 and number question now question number 5 is having 5 options, and the one is enumerate different kind of trichomes and explain their taxonomic importance, 10 marks. Option B is discuss the advanced features of Asteraceae and Orchidaceae. Only advanced features of Asteraceae and Orchidaceae, each 5 marks and 5 marks. Option C is explain the importance of ethnobotany in human welfare, 10 marks. D is mention the evolutionary changes that occur during the domestication of plants, also mention its advantages and disadvantages. So characteristic 5 marks and advantage and disadvantage 5 marks, 10 marks, total 10 marks. E is discuss the concept of cellular totipotency in higher plants, 10 marks. Question number 6 is also having 3 options, A, B and C. Okay, the A is saying describe the development of female gametophytes in angiosperm with the help of suitable diagrams, 20 marks. Option B is give the botanical name, part used and ethnomedical importance of any 3 species in each Fabaceae, Euphorbiaceae and Liliaceae, 20 marks. Okay, the C is saying define secondary metabolites, explain their importance in taxonomy, 10 marks. Option C, question number 7 is also having 3 options. The first one is describe the economic botany of fiber and gum yielding plant, 5 species, example, 20 marks. Discuss the factors affecting somatic embryogenesis. This one is asking about somatic embryogenesis and the factors responsible for that, 20 marks. Not factors, not responsible, affecting somatic embryogenesis, this is 20 marks. Question number C is asking about describe the methods of isolation of protoplast from leaf tissue. This one is 10 marks. Question number 8 is also having 3 options. The first option is compare and contrast preservation and conservation of plants, explain their importance of both in the utilization and management of plant resources. This one is 20 marks. I'll read it again. Compare and contrast preservation and conservation of plants. This one is 10 marks. Explain the importance of both the utilization and management of plant resources. This one is 10 marks, total 20 marks. Option B is saying describe different stages of micropropagation and discuss its advantages over conventional method of propagation, 20 marks, total 20 marks. Describe different stages of micropropagation, 10 marks, and discuss its advantages over conventional method of propagation, 10 marks, total 20 marks. C is saying explain the technique used in producing androgynous haploid and its application in agriculture. Explain the technique used in producing androgenic haploids, that means from pollen culture, maybe. Yes, haploid, pollen, androgenic means male, so pollen culture and its application in agriculture, 10 marks. So these are all the questions from botany paper mains and 2021. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. If you want to remember all this question again, go through all this again from the beginning. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. So hello everyone, this is Shonku. Welcome to my channel Shonku's Journal, and as you previously know, you have to do 1 and 5 questions that are compulsory and 3 questions from the other section and 1 question from each section is compulsory. So let's go. This question is 2021 Botany Optional paper 2, and this is section 1, and this question 1 is compulsory. You have to do A, B, C, D and E, and each one is having 10 marks. So question number 1, option A is cell adhesion molecules. This is 10 marks. B is ribosomal RNA processing in nucleolus, 10 marks. Genetic consequences of inversion, 10 marks. Gene silencing, 10 marks. And use of apomixis in plant breeding, 10 marks. Question number 2 also having 3 options. The first one is Describe types and composition of chromatin. How is DNA packed in a eukaryotic cell? 10 plus 10, 20 marks. Explain coupling and repulsion hypothesis in linkage. Give a brief account of procedures used in preparing a chromosome map with the help of 3-point test cross. 5 plus 10, 15. Option C is what do you understand by standard deviation and coefficient of variation? Discuss their significance. 10 plus 5. So this is question number 3, and this one is also having 3 options. So option A is describe properties of genetic code and briefly explain Obel hypothesis. 15 plus 5, total 20. Option B, what are the characteristic features of cytoplasmic inheritance? Describe the role of chloroplast. Describe the role of chloroplast and mitochondrial genes in this inheritance. 7 plus 8, 15. Option C is discuss the biosafety concerns of transgenic plants. 15 marks. The option 4 is also having 3 options. Option A is describe various methods of gene transfer in plants. 20 marks. Option B is give an account of operated model for regulation of gene activity. This is option B and 15 marks. Question number C is option number C is explain the process of cell signaling, highlighting the role of various signaling molecules. 15 marks. The question number 4, option C is explain the process of cell signaling, highlighting the role of various signaling molecules. 15 marks. This one is section B, question number 5. This is compulsory, and this one is having 5 options, 18 marks each. Question number 5, option A, alkaloids and their significance. 10 marks. Role of growth substances in agriculture. 10 marks. Option C, plant indicators. 10 marks. Option D, invasive species and their characteristic. 10 marks. IUCN red data list categories. 10 marks. So these are all compulsory. Now question number 6. This question number 6 is also have 3 options, A, B and C. A is describe C4 cycle of photosynthesis and differentiate among C3, C4 and chem plants. This is 10 plus 10, total 20. Option B is define vernalization, discuss its mechanism and importance. 5 plus 10, total 15. Option C is what is biological nitrogen fixation and describe root nodule formation and role of nitrogenous complex in fixing nitrogen. 5 plus 5 plus 5. So what is biological nitrogen fixation is 5, describe the root nodule formation is 5, and role of nitrogenous complex in fixing nitrogen is 5. Question number 7. Question number 7 is also having 3 options, A, B and C. A is question number 7. Option A is what is unique in Indian plant diversity? What is unique of Indian plant biodiversity? 5 marks. Discuss briefly the threats and various conservation strategies. 15 marks, total 20 marks. Option B is what is social forestry? Explain its type and benefits. 5 plus 10. Social forestry is 5, types is 5 and benefits is 5, total 15. Question number C is give a brief account of ecological pyramid and describe ecological factors and their significance in plants. Brief account of ecological pyramid is 5 and describe ecological factors and their significance in plants is 10, total 15 marks. So this is question number 8. This one is also having 3 options, A, B and C. Question number 8, option A is what are the different types and causes of seed dormancy? Describe various methods of seeds used to overcome it. Describe various methods used to overcome it. It is an ecological adaptation. Is it an ecological adaptation? So what are the different type and causes of seed dormancy is 10 marks. Describe various methods used to overcome it is 5 marks. And is it an ecological adaptation? 5 marks, total 20 marks. Question number B is describe the concept of suitable describe the concept of sustainable development, highlighting its objective and importance. Total 15 marks. The question number 8, option C, is describe in detail the endemism, highlighting its categories, cause of endemism and conservation priorities. So this one is having a lot of questions. Describe the detailed endemism. Okay, endemism, highlight its categories. Categories, you have to tell the categories, cause of endemism and conservation. So you have to write 3 notes of endemism of categories. So you have to explain categories, 5 marks, cause of endemism 5 marks, and conservation priorities is also 5 marks. So these are all the questions, as you can see. So this is question section B. This is having 4 questions, 1 is compulsory and rest of the 3 you can choose any one. And for section A, question number 1 is compulsory, and 2, 3 and 4 you have to choose any one, also compulsory, and any other 3 from any other one of them. So this is the all question from the civil service mains examination 2021, subject botany and paper 2. I'll see you in the next one, and if you want to see more questions, see my other videos, and I'll upload a compilation of all these things. So thank you, give it a subscribe, and if you like this video, give it a like. I'll see you in the next one.